Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to Empowering DIY. It's a hot one today. I'm trying to get a little bit of work done and gonna try to work on the center console boat today. Try to get the tilt and trim knocked out on it. But real quick, before I got started on that, I wanted to work on this boat we got. Just picked up this 2000 Bryant. It's 20 years old, but it was in really good shape. I'll do some more videos on it later. I'll show you the interior and stuff like that. But just like a boat, you always got work to do, right? You know, like I said, it was in really good shape, but it's 20 years old. It's not perfect. Simplest thing though I wanted to do is, the guy that we bought it from kept this boat on a dock lift out of the water and never used it. So what really did get neglected was the trailer. So I already got it blinking to show you. There's the original lights on it. That's just an incandescent bulb, and the other side is out, and every once in a while it'll come up a little dim, and it's just time to change it. So I thought I would show you how these work, and to be honest with you, these are one of the simplest upgrades you can do. I found these at Academy Sports. If I can find a link on Amazon or something, I'll go ahead and put a link in the description, but it's called Optronics. But if you notice, they're LED and they're brighter than the originals, and they're watertight just like the originals. They fit in the space just like the original, and the plug should be the same. Now I don't know that, but they should be. So I got these for 20 bucks at Amazon, or at Academy Sports. Like I said, you may be able to find them cheaper, or they might be more expensive in your area. But let's go ahead and swap them out real quick. They're really easy, like I said. But this rubber I can't talk. This rubber seal right here, don't let it fool you. It's a lot easier to get this light. At first you would think the light comes out this way, but it's not. If you push on it, you see how the seal moves. It's really easy just to push in, pull this back a little bit and push, and that light pops in right there. And then if you can't get to the bottom of it or anything, you might can get through here, but I can't on this one. But anyways, I'm trying to do this one-handed, but all you do is pull this light out. There you go. Nasty. The plug looks the same. It's still a 3-prong plug. It may fit, we'll see. At this point I'm probably gonna say fat chance, but hopefully it'll fit. Okay, like I said, got the light. It's still square. Look at there, almost identical. It's gonna fit, should fit. So that way you don't have to do any wiring. Now these lights, they do come with the plug, so if you have to change it over, it's very simple. It's I'll talk about that here in a second. Hold on, let me get this. Okay, all right. So the good news, the plug fits. Bad news is light's still not working. So lucky for you, if you're interested, you get some multimeter training. Now I'm not a fan of these plugs. They've worked for years and I know people use them a lot, but I'm still not a fan of them. And now it's time to troubleshoot if it's the light or the plug. So hold on, we'll be back. Let me get my meter. Okay, we're back. Now first off, I'm gonna apologize because I'm doing this in behind my driveway in the dirt, and I didn't feel like laying in the dirt, so I'm laying on a tarp now. So if you hear some of the annoying tarp noise in the background, I apologize, but it doesn't have to deal with it, I guess. All right, so like I said, I already have my hazards on, so this light should be blinking, but if you look right here, that light's not blinking either, and I didn't pay attention to that when I decided to upgrade these, which I wanted some lighter lights anyway. So that tells me that it's got to be a wiring issue right here. We need to check and see where we lost power. It could just be a ground issue. Let's go check at the trailer, or at the hitch. The wiring up here wasn't perfect either, so it might be messed up here. Alright, that's a little better. Okay, so what I've concluded is the black wire, which is right here on the bottom, or third one up, wire on the bottom, this one right here, no, second one up, excuse me. This wire right here is the running lights. Your white one down here is your ground. I have running lights on all the trailer, including the new light back there. The green light, or the green wire, is my blinker for that light back there, and it's not working. But I don't think it's the wiring back there. I have a feeling it might be this plug. This plug is kind of loose, whatever, and this thing's old, so what I'm gonna do now is, what stinks is hard to catch the voltage on a flashing light. So you'll see on there, it's the 12 volt won't pop up real fast. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna try to get a test light on here, and if the test light starts blinking, then we know we have 12 volts. Okay, so bear with me 1 second. Let me go get the test light, and we will try that out. Hold on. All right, I'm back. So I got this test light. All it is, you ground it really good, and then you can poke where you need to, and right here is a little light, and it just checks if you have power. So like I said a second ago, it's very hard to catch a 12 volt signal on a flashing light with a standard meter. So I don't like to rely on these lights for everything, but they come in really handy, especially when it's blinking. But what's really important is to find a good ground, and I know for a fact this white wire right here, I don't know if you can see it, there you go, this white wire right here is coming off the trailer, and I just fixed this ground. When I bought the trailer the other day, it was not very good, so I fixed it, so I know it's a good ground. But I'm still not going to trust that. I'm going to make sure. Right now I have the running lights on the truck, and the trailer, what lights are working are on, including that new light. So I'm going to poke this wire and see if I get any type of signal to make sure that my light's working, because you'd hate to be over here struggling. Alright, I don't know if you can see that. Make sure you can see it. You can't. You just have to trust me. Oh yeah, you can see it come on a little bit. Alright, so when I check the running lights wire, it come on. There you go. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, like I said back there, I know for a fact that the green wire is for my blinker flasher lights back on the right side of the trailer. So I'm gonna go turn the blinker on now, and we should get some flashing right there. Alright, so I got my right blinker on, and I know my light's working. So as of right now, I should be getting flashing right here. Oh, there we go. So we have flashing. I don't know if you can see it again, the sun's in the worst spot. So I know, now I know for a fact I'm getting voltage out of here. So it's time to go back to the back of the... Hey, how about you unhook? I tell you what, ever since I started YouTube, the #1 struggle I've had is finding good angles. I've never been a photographer or anything like that, so you just have to bear with me. And for my people who actually follow along and watch my videos, give me some suggestions. It won't hurt my feelings if you say, boy, if you just do it like this, it might come out better. I need some learning. Alright, so I got my test light grounded. I know the ground back here is working because this light on is here, or this light here is on. And I know for a fact the running light works, which is the black wire. So I should have voltage here, and I do, my light come on. Now I have my blinker on, so I should get flashing here, and I do not. Okay, so why don't we have flashing? So we know it's working up there, and it's not working back here. So we need to figure out, come to the wire for the plug, and it's not working there. So it looks like somewhere between the front of the trailer and the back of the trailer, I have a bad wire. That sucks. It's not the end of the world, but it sucks. So it happens. We'll just have to run a new wire. But we're not going to stop right now. We're not going to do that. I can get away with not having a blinker. I have running lights, and I should have brake lights. Well, no, I won't have brake lights anyways. But we're going to go ahead and move along. I'll fix it later, because it runs through the rail of this trailer. So we'll have to figure it out. It's going to be a challenge, but we'll get it. Alright, so real quick, make sure I can see you, or you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and install the light. Since I know it's not the light, I know it's not a problem, we're going to go ahead and install it. So my little trick there, install this, you separate the light from the rubber ring, and if you look carefully inside this rubber ring, there's a ledge. And this ledge fits around the back side, and this ledge fits around the front side. So when you put this in here, if you have the light in place, you about can't get it all the way in there, and it's a struggle. So go ahead and pop the light out of the seal, push this all the way back, make sure it's kind of seated behind, all the way back like that. And then you can take your light, and there's a little ledge right here and on the bottom side, and you kind of got to just pop it inside, and push it all the way back, and that's it. These lights are super simple to deal with. Now when you go to put your wire on the back side of it, you're gonna have to hold your hand right here and push on the wire, on the plug, because it's gonna be a little aggravating to get in. Alright, just like that. Now my lights are in. They should stay. The seal's in all the way around the back side. It's seated on the back side real good. Now these do move around a little bit, but it's in there. It's not going anywhere. And that's it. So I'm going to cut it off there. Alright. So there's how you change from a incandescent bulb to a LED bulb. Now it's not extremely brighter than the other ones, but it is a decent light. Now what I will do is, this one, the brake light was out too, so it's trash. But the other one on the other side, it's still working good, everything. So I'm gonna keep it for a spare. Probably throw it in the toolbox of my truck. If one goes bad, you can use these on either side. So 20 bucks, easy fix. The wiring down here, not so easy, but I'll show a trick on that. We'll pull a wire, we'll disconnect this wire, and I'll get one long enough and we'll pull it through there with the other one. So when I get a chance, I'll show you how to do that too. Alright, guess what, guys? I'm back. I was a little defeated earlier. Thought I had a long wire to run, and I started looking. I was like, man, this stuff looks like junk. You know, which happens over years. This stuff starts cracking or whatever. And I kept thinking, I was like, man, it's kind of odd that a wire went bad inside a sealed trailer. I mean, this is square tubing that's sealed all the way down. Not sealed, but it's I mean, it runs through the inside of it. It's not C-channel. I mean, it's solid. And then they got holes through. They got their wires run through. I was like, man, there's no way that wire's bad over there. So I started tracing that wire. I found a repaired wire here, which is working fine. When I started looking, and where is it? Where is it? I moved this piece right here, and I found this bad boy right there. See it? It's broke. So my test light was blinking on one side and not on the other, obviously. So I'm gonna pull this apart and I'm gonna show you how I fix it real quick. And then I'm gonna get some more of this stuff and I'll fix all this junk a little bit later. But right now I need my blinkers, so let's go ahead and get it fixed. I already did a video on these. I'm gonna show you again. I know in the last video I said don't use a lighter, but I don't have power out here, so we're gonna make do with what we got. We're gonna use a smaller solder seal. $1 million question, can you see? I tell you what. I found the broken wire. Okay, can if you want to.
You can't even see it at all.
So I got it pulled apart. Strip it back. I don't know if you can see it there, but see the corrosion in it? You don't want that when you solder it. You want clean copper. So we'll cut that right there. And I have clean. Go ahead and cut this end off. I think I'll strip back just a little bit more. Just like that. I know the screen goes off really fast on this one. Alright, like I said in the past videos, You want to make sure both pieces of copper cross each other inside the solder seal the best it can, and then you want to heat up each end first before you try to melt the solder. So now it's not good to use a lighter, so you're going to try to just use the heat off the lighter. You know, the lighter will burn through this silicone really fast. So I'm trying to keep the flame away, but the heat right on it. Now that I got both sides shrunk down to it, the wire's not going to take off on me. Now I can just heat up the solder. As you notice, I'm trying to keep it moving. I don't want it staying on there too long. All right. Now it's fixed. I know this is kind of a bad angle and the lighting is terrible, but you can see it soldered together. Now if I go turn the blinker on, got a blinker. Boy, that makes me happy. I'm very, very pleased with that. So what I'll do now, still gotta change out the light. Now what I gotta do is clean up this mess. Somehow it got pinched in between something, whatever. It happens. So I think I have some of this stuff somewhere. I'm not gonna bore you with putting it on. I don't have a fancy tool to put it on or anything. I'm just gonna slowly work my way around it, but I'm gonna change it. This stuff's garbage. This stuff. It works good, but it's just dry rotted, so time to change it. Like I said, 20-year-old boat. Sometimes you get 20-year-old problems. This is a fantastic boat. It's in really good shape. But just like any other thing you own or buy, even brand new, you got to do some maintenance. So expect to do stuff like this. But would you look at it? Look at it. Doesn't that look better? Daggone. Act like some professional did this or something. Quick tech tip. Electrical tape your ends. That's how they keep them on. This little split will open up over time and fall off. And over time, this electrical tape will actually deteriorate, so you might have to do that every once in a while. But look at that. I'm about pleased with that. Alright. And I'll quit blabbering. Y'all have a fantastic weekend. Talk to y'all later. Bye.
What are you doing?